Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Insider Yacht Review. I have another Lazzara up for review today. She's a 116 model launched in 2009, and now they've actually kept the name sort of private this time, so we've got a name of Withheld. Now that's not actually the name, but out of respect for these people, let's just call it Withheld for now. So let's go and take a look inside the review. So looking at the specifications here, 115 feet 7 inches. This is their 116 model. The beam with all the Lazzara is slightly narrower than others that you would see in this size range, but that's their hull form. It means they can go a lot faster, and they're also a lot shallower as well. So you can see here the draft for 116 is only 5.5 feet, which is great. Lazzaras, as we've seen in all of the Lazzaras that we have reviewed, they're great East Coast boats. They've got a nice shallow draft. They've got the big hydraulic swim platform. They've got all the toys, perfect for Bahamas, New England, Keys. Perfect for that sort of lifestyle, and really that's what they're designed for. So it's all fiberglass, hull and superstructure. The engines that they've used in here are the MTU 2000s. The fuel is fairly good. It's a little higher than what we would imagine on this size boat. It's 4,300 gallons. Water is about standard, 600 gallons, and the staterooms here, they've said 7. It's actually 5, or it's 4 with the opportunity to make it into a 5. There's sort of a study that has a nice big pull-out couch, and the asking price here is $8,950,000. So let's get stuck into the photographs. Now this is a huge brochure here. They've doubled up on all the photographs. The write-up at the end is enormous, so bear with me through this one. I'm going to flick through it pretty quick, but I have all of this ready to go as always in our yacht pack, which is just here on the right hand side. Click on that button, leave me your name and your email address and the name of the boat, and I'll send all this good stuff off to you. This is all ready to go. I have one of these yacht packs available for every boat that's on the market, so I'm very happy to forward that on to you. It's got all comps of the boats, so you can compare other boats similar to it that are on the market, ones that are currently on the market, and also ones that have sold over the last 12 months, so you can really get a good feel for what the true market value is, and what a lot of the sort of asking price versus selling price, those sort of comparisons there. That's quite interesting to see. So moving into the photographs, is a very traditional style boat, as a lot of the Lazzaras of this sort of age range are. They love using the dark high gloss woods. They like using lots of marbles everywhere. They have their silk furniture and carpets, so very traditional, but it's nice that they use little touches like the ceiling coffers we see there in that lower right hand photograph, and also the beautiful glass cabinets that you can see towards the back there. So this is again sticking in the main salon. Some of these photographs that you can see on the bottom on the left there, they have the blinds down, but you can get sort of a picture of the top one on the left hand side of how open an area this sort of room and deck is, and you can see those windows run all the way through to the country kitchen. So this is another country kitchen style boat. It doesn't have windows all the way around the front, which we see in a lot of the boats with the country kitchens, but this does have a nice big forward sort of VIP, which sort of the headroom kind of encroaches on that a little bit. It's one of the reasons why on some of the boats they don't put those forward facing windows there. So these are the steps from that country kitchen down into the forward VIP area here. You can see it's nice. They don't scrimp and save on sort of the veneer wood cabinetry in any of the rooms. So you can see even in the laundry they have it there. On some manufacturers you'll see beautiful master cabin with all sort of veneer inlays and teak and marble everywhere, and then you get into the other cabins and it goes kind of basic. But not here. That they've run the same sort of theme throughout all the cabins. So moving on, this is actually the other stairwell, which is just forwards of the dining room on the left hand side. The steps going down into this lower guest foyer. Nice beautiful heavy stained marbles here, and then over into the master cabin. So the master cabin is a full beam, and it kind of has this study off to the side of it, and it's that study that can also be used as another cabin, as the fifth cabin. So here you can see the master top left hand photograph. There's a nice king bed, a beautiful dark sort of high gloss wood cabinetry around. Nice use of mirrors there as well. That is a king size bed. And into the head they have a nice big tub in there, so it's a his and hers bathroom here. So moving briefly through to the exterior, then further in the brochure we go back into the interior. The Flybridge here runs almost the full length of the boat. It's a real big sort of deck up here. That this Flybridge deck is you really get the feeling of space up here. And what's nice is that because they have that hydraulically operated swim platform, it means they don't have to keep the tender up here. So they have a complete run of sort of space up here as far as guest activities go. So they've got a nice bar, the bar stools, they've got a couple of seating areas, a little breakfast sort of dinette there behind the bar. There's sort of the fridge freezers, the ice makers, it's a wet bar. You can see the sink there. They also have a grill up here, and of course pretty standard with a lot of the Lazzaras, a nice big hot tub. So we can see the Helm station here as well. They have all of the flat screen monitors for all the usual sort of AIS, chart plotters, radars, sonar, sounders, all of the usual things that you would expect to see up here. Also has a bow and a stern thruster, so it's very easy to maneuver and operate. In fact, the only thing easier than this is the IPS drives or the pods, the ASI pods. You don't often see them in a boat of this size. So moving on, we see the grill there. This is a raised pilot house boat, so you have this sort of middle area pilot house or bridge area here, which is in that sort of funny in-between area between the main deck and the Flybridge, and we've seen that in other reviews. We've explained that. On the main deck aft, they have this nice teak table, another bar back here with the ice makers, the fridges. There's a little TV up there as well. Nice huge sliding glass doors at the back, which adds to that real open and airy feel in the main salon. This is a nice feature that most of the Lazzaras do, is this aft helm station. It means it's very easy to dock, and whether it's sort of med mooring and going stern to, or whether you're side to, it's very easy with having this aft operating station, because you're right there. You don't have to sort of rely on someone else calling your distances for you. So there aren't any sort of monitors or anything here. It's very basic, just throttles and bow and stern thruster. Now the nice and unique thing about Lazzaras, and we see that in the bottom left-hand photograph, is the port and starboard stern quarters. So that's either side of the swim platform. They're actually little storage pods, and they raise up, sort of remotely hydraulically lift up and there's a jet ski inside either one of those pods, and the jet ski has its own runner and its winch system to drive it up in there. So it's a fantastic little storage area, completely out of all of the weather. Really nice feature to have in these boats. So moving into the engine room, we can see that on the right hand side here. Top one showing all of our Raycore filters for the main engines. The bottom one, that looks like a sewage treatment system. They do have a tidal wave system on here, so that's a full treatment system, so there's no restrictions in areas that you go. Certain areas, certainly in the Med and over here like California and certain harbors, you have regulations on where you can discharge, and actually in the regulations you need to be a certain sort of distance off port or offshore, and also be traveling at a certain speed and a certain rate of discharge for your black water. But beautiful having this here. It's a full treatment, zero discharge system, it's called. Basically what comes out of the other end after it's gone through all of its treatment cycle is clean water, for argument's sake. So very nice system to have on board. There we see our engine control panels there above the Raycores. It has a fuel spinner on here, or a Alpha Laval. You can see that there in the bottom photograph on the left hand side. They also have an Atlas system on here, so you can take it to any kind of power and convert it into the power that you need, any phase, any voltage or frequency. So they really have loaded this up with all of the modern equipment that you would expect to see on really a larger mega yacht. Nice little seating area up on the bow there, and then we come back into the interior. So this is the office stroke fifth cabin stroke workout room. It's just sort of that extra room that's nice to have, so that a new owner or a charterer can modify this room to do what they want, whether that be a gym or an office or an extra cabin. So it's a nice sort of functional room to have. Back into the main salon at the top there, and then the lower two photographs. One hasn't come out, unfortunately, but this is into the country kitchen. So a very nice area, nice big seating area around the front there. As I mentioned, it isn't full windows around the front, but we do have these large windows on the port and starboard side. A nice island in the middle there as well. Some more photographs of the master cabin, the stateroom. The port and starboard cabin are identical with these queen-size beds. There's another one there. Quick photograph of the aft deck. Some of the crew cabins at the bottom on the right-hand side. More shots of the engine room. We've seen a lot of that. It's nice to see that the video or CCTV cameras up there means you can monitor. And I'll point this out now. Forwards on that bulkhead there, where we saw the engine controls. It's nice to actually focus in on that with this security camera time to time, just to make sure that your two readouts, the one in the bridge and the one direct on the engine, are actually reading the same levels, pressures and temperatures. So it's also great for crew that go down while they're underway to do engine room watches and checks. It's good to keep an eye on them to make sure that they're never in any danger. On the right hand side, more photographs of the galley there, or the country kitchen. Nice big area. As you can see, the steps going down there on the right hand side, that's into the forward VIP area. And then we can see some more photographs of the crew area and the crew sort of lounge here. That's on the left hand side. Right back into Salon, like I said, there's lots of photographs here, so I'm just going to flick through these quickly. You can request and get the yacht pack, and you can stop and look at all of these all you want. On the bottom left there, that's the raised pilot house. On the right at the bottom is the nice big aft deck, full walk around decks on here. Actually, we're already at the end. So I'm going to race through this write-up as well. The write-up goes for multiple pages, so I'm not going to hold on it too long, otherwise this review will go on for a lot longer than I intend it to. Details basically everything that's fitted on the boat here. So they've gotten all of the manuals and the owner's manuals and listed everything here. So we'll work through it. I'll pull out a couple of things along the way. Blackwater system, that's the MSD, the full treatment. It's called tidal wave. The air conditioning in here, they've got plenty of air conditioning. Actually upgraded, I think, from the initial specs, and says here 150,000 BTU. Details of stuff in their engine room, fuel system. They have a nice auxiliary tank there, a day tank with 1,300 gallons in it. Nice lube oil storage system, and also the oil sort of change and exchange system that they have on there. Stabilizers. This is a zero-speed stabilizing boat. So all of that's done for you. There's like the last boat that we saw, the BVS-1, where it's only underway stabilizers. This is actually zero speed or at anchor stabilizers. Bow and stern thruster, we saw that earlier on. Shore power has the shore power converter, or the AC system. Details all of the entertainment system here. Also some of the alarming system. You can see that on the left hand side there. Navigation system, all the GPS's, chart plotters, and everything's detailed there. CCTV details all of the deck hardware, the tenders, details all of the cushions and covers here, the door hatches, the mooring system, all of the anchors and windlasses are detailed here. The aft deck, as I mentioned, it does have that nice big hydraulically operated swim platform that lowers down. They also store the tender on there, so the tender come up and down. And that swim platform is really nice for staging for water sports as well. And I think, in fact, the water sport, yeah, okay, it's a water sports deck here. It details some of that there. Goes on to describe all the cabins. We can see there on the right hand side, that's our study or workout room or office or extra cabin. You see it there as a full size pull out sofa. Port and starboard staterooms are the same. Captain's head, crew stateroom, main salon, dining room, galley, and there we are through to the end. So lots and lots of information to take in there. I won't attempt at detailing all of it now. We went over the main points from the stern to the bow. They really have lots and lots of equipment on this boat, from the hydraulic platform, the AC or shore power converters, the bow and stern thrusters, the MSD sewage treatment plant, the fuel spinner. So they've thought of a lot here. The 116 model is very, very popular. It's a perfect boat for Florida, Bahamas, or Keys. You see a lot of them go up around New England as well, and around those sort of shallow areas up there. So Lazzara is really a great boat. They have a great reputation. They're still around. They're still building, not like a lot of the manufacturers that unfortunately aren't around anymore. So that means that the value of it is going to be sort of maintained. So a pretty safe bet here, and really a nice sort of family boat. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to click down below on the Be the First to Know button if you want to receive quick notifications of when our latest reviews are up. As we saw with the last review on VVS1, there are certain boats that come on the market that aren't going to stick around very long. So if you want to get the pick of the market when they first come for sale, then click on that Be the First to Know button and I'll send you the quick notifications of when all the good stuff comes to the market. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week.